I found a fun little, what is this filter? Hold on. So sorry about that. I don't know who that woman was. She does not go here. So I came across this Reddit thread, and I have not read everything, but I did scroll through some of the comments and I screenshot some of my favorite responses. But best responses to why don't you have kids or when will you have kids? I feel like this is going to be a fun time to tee. I know that we talk a lot about like very serious things on here, which I love, but also let's giggle. And if you have any any responses to these that you don't see on here that work for you every single time, please let me know. I will also say I gave a light perusing through this, and there were a couple that I know I will be using consistently in the future. But now that we're here, let's dive in. Oh my goodness. Also, hi, my name is Shayna. I talk a lot about being child-free. Obviously, it would mean a whole lot to me if you could like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff. Okay, now let's dive in. We can't, our cats are allergic. 10 out of 10 response. Especially if you don't have cats. I chase dreams, not toddlers. Nice. There are many things I'm good at doing, like juggling and removing stains. That I would never want to do all day and night for the rest of my life. Okay. Oh, I forgot. When are you having kids? Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, I enjoy that. Because 7.8 billion is more than enough. That's just facts. That's just absolutely facts. I hold grudges, dogs, and burritos, not babies. I don't know if I could use that because I do love to hold a baby every now and then, but I hear you. I hear you. Someone, you know that gay couples can have kids too. Gay couples response. We know, we keep trying to get pregnant and still nothing. I enjoy that. Hell, I can't even keep plants alive. Real talk, I can't even keep plants alive. I would be a danger to a baby. I would embarrass them too much. See, that's the thing. I love being cringe to my baby cousins, so that wouldn't quite work for me. I prefer to borrow the children of others, spoil them, and then send them back home. See, and that's what I've been saying. This one right here, this is what I say all the time because it's my truth. This isn't a haircut. This is my life and the choices I'm making for it. If I said I wanted children, would you tell me to grow out of it? Yeah. I love my husband, free time and privacy too much to share them. And you see, if I find a man that I can stand and that can handle all this, I would love to throw that in. But right now, my free time and privacy are also more than enough. I will also need a man to spoil me, but anyway, moving on. We don't focus on the men here. Imagine looking forward to a well-deserved vacation only to spend it with kids 24/7. In a video that I will make immediately after this, I'm actually going to write it down in a notebook so that way I don't lose it. The best birth control in the world is watching parents at the airport. I am a frequent flyer. I have a nightmare story, and I hope that this woman left this man immediately as soon as they got home. Oh my God. That's a good one. The most lonely old people in palliative care are parents. Specifically fathers. I'm so sure that I mispronounced that word. Sorry, I've been saying this in a bunch of videos lately. Reading is hard lately. You'll never experience the joy of motherhood. I experience joy every time I realize I don't have to potty train anyone. That just made me joyful on its own. Thank you for including that in here. Oh my gosh, the amount of poop on all of the things that I love. Now, I will say that I was a gift to potty train. I was also a gift of a child, and I'm a gift of a human being in general. My potty training was quick. I was fully potty trained in one day. Why? I'm a Libra, and my mom gave me these, baby bop underwear. She was my homegirl. She was my ride or die baby bop. My mom gave me like little baby bop underwear, and then I used the bathroom in them. And I said, oh My baby bop? And my mom said, yeah, that's what happens to baby bop if you're not potty trained. I was potty trained in the day. Never had another accident. Had to protect baby Bob, had to protect the aesthetic. But here's the thing, you can't expect any other baby to be like that. Unless you happen to have a gift of a Libra. My mom didn't know that she played her cards right with that one. I just know objectively because now I'm an astro girly. Anyway, moving on. My husband and I decided to not have children long before we decided to get married. And this, yes, the way that I wish people would have these kinds of conversations long before marriage is even like on the table. This kind of honesty, props to whoever can say this. Props to whoever can say this. Just because I have ovaries doesn't mean I have to use them. Yes. But you'd be a great mom. Actually, according to my Netflix's recommendation, I'd be a great serial killer. Yes. And this one, out of all the ones we've read so far, I think this one would work the best. This one would cut all future questions. This one would create just enough concern that they would tell other people to not ask you this. This is an 11 out of 10 response. What if your parents never had you? Then I wouldn't have this dumb conversation. This sentiment comes up often in my comment section. Oh, but you know, if your mom and your dad were child-free, then you wouldn't be here. Exactly. I wouldn't be here. How would I know any better? I'd still be spirit dust floating across the cosmos, vibing out, my guy. Oh. I have this crazy, weird idea that procreation is not mandatory. How quirky am I, right? Very quirky. And then they offer a couple of more serious responses. I get that comment often, but you'd be such a great mom. And I always just say, thanks. Not elaborating or explaining myself generally results in people changing the subject. Efficient, to the point. Period. It's the thanks period. I think the emphasis on the period. I never felt the desire to be a mother. I love the freedom of not having children. Children deserve someone who loves them and enjoys taking care of them, no matter the physical, mental, or financial toll, and that's why I will never have them. And then another right to the pointer. I can't imagine why you'd ask such a personal question. It really does blow my mind how many people just feel comfortable like asking this to individuals, but also to like couples. One, it's gross. Like, it's actually gross to be so inquisitive about what somebody's sexual, not even history, but present. Also, you don't know people's medical history. You don't know what's going on in people's homes. You don't know people. And what a way to get so much information that you're not ready for. Nor should anybody feel the need to divulge. It's wild. It's wild. There are people in this world meant to be moms and dads, and there are people in this world meant to be aunts and uncles. That's me. The challenge in life is to recognize which one you're meant to be. I am meant to be an uncle. Arguably, nah, I'm meant to be an aunt. I will say though, uncles have even less responsibility than aunts, but aunts are always the favorite. Like, uncles are there for like quick bursts of fun time. Aunts, I think being an aunt is where it's at though. I love the life I have and the family I've built. There's nothing missing. Point blank. Humor is generally how my husband and I talk to others about our choice to not have kids. If people keep at it, I say we both have many reasons why we don't want to have kids. But the only reason that truly matters is that we don't want them. Yeah, these are significantly more serious, and these are ones that people can use concretely. Like, oh, there's a sneeze coming. Okay, so sorry. Yeah. These are more practical. I will personally be using the giggles one, mostly the serial killer one. But other than that, like if you want to like genuinely cut the conversation off, then here we are. Where are you? There you go. Okay, moving on. At a bridal shower early on in my marriage, one of my mother-in-law's relatives asked me, when are you having children? My mother-in-law, who was next to me, gently put her hand on my hand and answered for me. Still the best response I've ever heard. You know, some of the happiest marriages have no children. That's a good mother-in-law. That's a good mother-in-law. A man gets sterilized, everyone says he's responsible. A woman gets sterilized, everyone says she's selfish or too young. This is not only so true, but this kind of shaming of women's reproductive autonomy happens regardless of what your choice is. Regardless of what your choice is. If you get sterilized, you're selfish and you're irresponsible. If you get pregnant if you get pregnant younger, then people say that you're irresponsible and you're young and you're going to ruin the baby. If you get pregnant older, people say that you're irresponsible and you're going to ruin the baby and you're going to ruin your health. If you get pregnant if you get pregnant, everybody has thoughts on how you should be pregnant. Then when you give birth, everybody has thoughts on how you should give birth. If you're a woman, if you're somebody who can get pregnant, there's no right way to exist in society under the rulings that we have right now. So truly do what you want. And if you want to be child free, oh my God, just do it. Just do it. Now, here in the comment section, this first comment, it tickles something special in my spirit. Because I grew up Pentecostal. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I got the religious route. If the Lord wanted me to have children, he would have put that desire on my heart. That person grew up in church. That person went to youth group. That person know what it's like to sit for way too long at an altar call that will not end, and there's chicken downstairs that you could be eating and it's getting cold. But there is another revival and all of a sudden the praise and worship team is revamping. This person understands. And the amount of Christian people that I could use this with, all of them. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. About 2 weeks ago, wow, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, somebody at the church that my family goes to approached my mom about wanting to court me. This man lied about how old he was by 10 years. This man is 20 years older than me. I knew this man when I was in high school. Talking about, oh yeah, I think that I would love to court Shayna. You know, we have a lot of the same values. You know, she's a Christian woman. And to which my mom was like, yeah. And I'm like, thank you. He's like, yeah, you know, and she'd be a great mom. My mom was like, clearly this man does not know me. I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna give this to my mom because I hop in and out of the church every now and then because I know so many people that are there. Like, it's my mom's favorite place to be whenever I'm home. Like, okay, every like Sunday or so, or like every whatever, I'll stop by. And a bunch of people ask her and a bunch of people ask me, and this is now my go-to. Thank you. Now, I love an ominous response. No, this curse ends with me. This bloodline dies with me. I've technically heard these ones before, but they just, oh my God, they get me every time. It also is just like such an ego boost. It's such a power trip to be able to say these two lines. It automatically puts you at a place where I feel like a medieval warrior. I feel like the heroine in a film that nobody else is seeing, and I'm looking directly into the camera, Office style, getting ready to like fight a dragon. But there is no dragon, I am holding no sword, and I'm just being child free. This is also a good one. I say I'm too young. I'm 47. I will always be a baby. It will always be insane for people to ask me, when am I having kids? Because I'm actually a child. Honestly, if I were to have children, SVU would already be here. Dum dum. Like that's what it would be like if I were to have children. I am too young. I'm just a baby. And now this one just tickles me. It just tickles me. The stars are not in the right position for having kids. I can't. There's a couple in here that I know I'm going to use. And people will be sick of me. This is one of them. Stars are not in the right position. And then you could truly just say anything, and then if there's a high possibility that the people asking you this are not astro girlies. And if they are, you could just say literally anything. Yeah, Neptune, it's not in a healthy spot. Like, do you know what's going on with the moon? Like, the cycles are not giving. Like, I heard that in between Mercury retrogrades, but also in Mercury retrogrades are just like not the vibe. Like, it actually causes problems with the baby. So I just don't think that I can get pregnant around Mercury retrogrades or during Mercury retrogrades. Do you have any favorites from that list? Because I already know what mine are. The stars are not aligned to give for me to have babies. That one. The I'm too young is a great one. The serial killers one is a great one. I think those are my top 3, but I'm curious what resonates most with you guys, and if there's any good ones that were not on that list. Yeah. Tippity type them away in the comment section. I would love to read them, to add them to my list, and I will talk to you guys later. Once again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I will see you soon. All right, bye.